Welcome to World Prism. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. 8 of the biggest Asian automakers, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, and more, are pulling out of the US market. 42,000 jobs gone overnight. This is a crisis for American workers, families, and entire communities. Toyota wasn't just a car company. For decades, it was a symbol of innovation, reliability, and the American dream. When Toyota first arrived on US soil, few could have predicted the profound impact it would have on the nation's roads, communities, and culture. From the first Corolla rolling off the lot to the iconic Camry becoming a household name, Toyota vehicles became woven into the fabric of American life. They were part of America's story. Families grew up with Toyotas in their driveways, taking road trips, moving to new homes, and building memories that spanned generations. Dealerships became neighborhood landmarks, and the Toyota logo was a familiar sight in every corner of the country. Their plants in Kentucky, Texas, and Indiana powered local economies and supported thousands of families. These factories didn't just build cars, they built communities. Local diners, schools, and small businesses thrived because of the steady work and investment Toyota brought. Generations of workers took pride in crafting vehicles that would travel across America and beyond. The Georgetown, Kentucky plant was a city unto itself, now facing silence. Once bustling with energy and hope, its vast parking lots and echoing halls now stand as a stark reminder of what's been lost. The heartbeat of a community has faded, leaving uncertainty in its place. Steel tariffs made it impossible for Toyota to keep building here. As the cost of materials soared, the delicate balance that kept these plants running was shattered. Workers watched as production slowed, then stopped, and the future they'd counted on slipped away. Billions invested, communities supported, all undone by policy. Years of partnership, growth, and shared success unraveled almost overnight. The ripple effects reached far beyond the factory walls, touching every aspect of local life. From schools to charities to small businesses. The loss isn't just economic, it's the end of an era. For many, it's the loss of identity, of purpose, and of a future they believed in. The sound of machines has been replaced by silence, and hope has given way to questions. How did we let this happen to a company so committed to America? As the flag lowers and the lights go out, we're left to wonder what could have been, and what it will take to rebuild what's been lost. Honda's Power of Dreams wasn't just a slogan, it was a promise that came to life in the heartland of America. When Honda opened its first plant in Marysville, Ohio, it marked the beginning of a new era, not only for the company but for thousands of American families who found hope and opportunity within its walls. For decades, these plants provided stable, well-paying jobs to people from all walks of life. Generations of workers took pride in building cars that would travel highways across the nation. The sense of community and belonging was palpable. Honda wasn't just an employer, it was a cornerstone of local identity. The Ohio, Alabama, and Indiana facilities became shining examples of what American manufacturing could achieve. Cutting-edge technology met skilled hands, and together they produced vehicles known for their reliability and quality. These plants were more than factories, they were symbols of innovation, resilience, and shared dreams. But now, with Honda's exit, the impact ripples far beyond the factory gates. The sudden silence of halted machinery echoes through entire communities. Suppliers, logistics companies, and local businesses that depended on Honda's presence are left scrambling, facing an uncertain future. Family businesses, some of which have served Honda for generations, now teeter on the brink of collapse. The livelihoods of countless families are at stake. Steed den bak steam fon, and Nazis dat steer dreams threatened by forces beyond their control. The escalating trade war and mounting tariffs have made it nearly impossible for companies like Honda to continue operating as they once did. Global politics and economic policies have real, human consequences, forcing tough decisions and leaving communities in turmoil. A partnership that spanned 4 decades, built on trust, collaboration, and shared prosperity, has been abruptly broken. What once seemed unshakable has been undone by policy shifts and international tensions. For many, the American dream has come to an end. The loss is not just economic, but deeply personal. A chapter closed and a future left uncertain. For decades, Nissan was more than just a car maker in Detroit. It became a vital part of the city's identity, weaving itself into the fabric of the community. The company didn't just build cars, it built futures, hiring thousands of local workers and investing billions of dollars into the region. Nissan's presence brought hope and stability to countless families, and its commitment to Detroit was seen in every corner of the city, from bustling assembly lines to local schools and charities. Their plants in Tennessee and the state-of-the-art technical center in Michigan were more than just buildings. They were economic engines that powered entire communities, providing high-tech jobs and opportunities for innovation. These facilities attracted top talent from across the country, making Detroit a hub for automotive excellence and technological advancement. Now, with Nissan's exit, Detroit faces a significant brain drain. The departure of skilled engineers, designers, and technicians leaves a void that will be difficult to fill, threatening the city's reputation as a center for automotive ingenuity. The closure of these facilities is a blow to Detroit's ongoing comeback story. Once vibrant neighborhoods now face uncertainty as the ripple effects of lost jobs and shuttered businesses spread throughout the city. The loss is both symbolic and real. Nissan's departure marks the end of an era, and the empty factories stand as stark reminders of what's at stake when a major employer leaves. Thousands of high-skilled jobs are now gone, leaving families to face an uncertain future. The impact is felt not just by those who worked at Nissan, but by the entire community that depended on the company's presence. The challenges didn't come out of nowhere. Tariffs and economic uncertainty made long-term planning nearly impossible for Nissan and other automakers. Rising costs and unpredictable trade policies forced tough decisions, putting pressure on even the most established companies. Global supply chains, once the backbone of the industry, simply can't survive in an environment of instability. Delays, shortages, and rising expenses have made it harder than ever to keep production lines moving and workers employed. Nissan's departure cuts deep into the heart of the American auto industry, leaving Detroit to grapple with the loss of a trusted partner and the challenge of rebuilding its future once again. Hyundai transformed from underdog to industry leader by betting big on American manufacturing. Their Alabama plant brought thousands of jobs and hope to the South. The closure devastates families, suppliers, and the state's economy. Hyundai did everything right, invested, hired, built quality cars, but tariffs made their investment unsustainable. The empty plant is a monument to broken promises and failed policy. Kia's Georgia plant revitalized a struggling region, creating over 14,000 jobs. The Telluride became a symbol of American-made success. Now the closure is an economic earthquake for Georgia and the South. Tariffs forced Kia to abandon a thriving operation. The promise of a stable market was undone by policy shifts. The story ends not in triumph, but in tragedy for thousands of families. Subaru's Indiana plant was their only one outside Japan, a testament to trust in American workers. Generations built Outbacks and Legacies, creating a unique bond with the brand. The closure devastates Lafayette, Indiana, erasing jobs and community pride. Even Subaru's loyal following couldn't save them from skyrocketing costs. Tariffs left them with an impossible choice: raise prices or leave. A beloved brand's American story ends in heartbreak. Mazda's joint plant with Toyota in Alabama was meant to anchor a new era of innovation. 4,000 high-tech jobs gone before they began. The closure is a blow to American manufacturing's future. Mazda, a smaller player, couldn't survive the economic shock of tariffs. The loss is more than jobs. It's lost skills, lost progress, lost collaboration. The empty factory stands as a monument to missed opportunity. Mitsubishi's exit marks the total collapse for these 8 automakers. Even as they tried to rebuild, tariffs and uncertainty made the U.S. market too risky. Hundreds of dealerships and small businesses are left with nothing. 42,000 direct jobs, billions in investment, gone. Communities across America face devastation. This is an industrial catastrophe of our own making. 8 automakers gone, 42,000 jobs lost. This wasn't a natural disaster, it was a policy choice. The steel tariffs and trade war triggered this collapse. We must learn from this and demand better decisions for American workers. What should we do to protect jobs and prevent this from happening again? Let us know in the comments.